Square root has an order 2. This is the sign for square root. I write the sign of square root. The sign of square root. Square root has an order 2. I write square root has an order 2. You know, it means the order is 2 here. This is the order 2. If I write xn square root, it means it can be written like this: xn whole raised to power 1 by 2. Order 2 refers to whole raised to power 1 by 2, which is equal to x raised to power n by 2. Whole raised to power n by 2. So now, I clear it all. This is the sign of cube root. This is the sign of cube root. I write the sign of cube root. I write cube root has an ordered 3. Order 3. That means this is an order. This is an order. If I write xn cube root 3, you know, it means xn whole raised to power 1 by 3. That means x is equal to n by 3. So, here one thing more to you. If I write x square into x square into x square, I put square root. The answer for the question, it has an order 2, remember? It has an order 2. That means x square whole raised to power 1 by 2. X square whole raised to power 1 by 2. X square whole raised to power 1 by 2. That means it is x into x into x. Student, you know how x raised to power m raised to power n is x raised to power m into n. 2 cancel, 2 cancel, 2 cancel. I get x cube as an answer. Similarly, what do I see is I write this cube. I write x9 into x9 into x9. You know what does it mean? It means x raised to power 9 by 3. You remember the previous one. There is no need to write and simplify again and again. 9 by 3. X raised to power 9 by 3. You have understood this step very fastly from Mr. Rajesh Kalra. So x cube into x cube into x cube. So you get x raised to power 9. The cube root of x raised to power n 9 into x raised to power 9 into x raised to power 9 is x raised to power 9. You can here also do it. x9, x9, x9 bases are same. Powers are added. Whole raised to power 3. 3 cut with 3, we get x raised to power 9. Thank you.
There are four methods to solve squares and square roots. First method is repeated subtraction method. Second method, prime factorization method. Third method, long division method or division method. The fourth method is estimation method.
If I have to do the repeated subtraction, first is repeated subtraction, repeated subtraction method. Repeated subtraction method. In this method, if we have to do the squares and square roots, I have to do the square root of 25. 25. How shall I do it? I need to subtract 1 from it first of all. This is 24. I need to subtract 3 from it. This is 21. I need to subtract 5 from it. I need to subtract consecutive odd numbers. I'll keep on subtracting consecutive odd numbers until I get 0. 21 minus 5 is 16 minus 7. 16 minus 7 is, wait, 16 minus 7 is 9, and then I write 9 minus 9 is equal to 0, is equal to 0. I find that the process of repeated subtraction goes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I find that the process of repeated subtraction goes for 5 times. I write here the process. Please, the process, please keep on noting along with that. Process of repeated subtraction goes for 5 times. Therefore, square root of, I write square root. Therefore, square root of 25 is equal to 5. So, if I have to do square root of 144, the second method is called prime factorization method. Second method, I write second method. Second method. Second method is a prime factorization method. Prime factorization method. Under this method, we solve the square root using prime factors. If I have to find the square root of 144, I write 144. 144. If I have to find 144, I shall be writing like this. 144, I write 144. I divide with 2, I get 72. I get 36. I get 18. I get 9. I get 3. And the last is 3. I write 144 as 144 square root as I write 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. I write in the form of pairs 2 square, 2 square, 2, 3 square. I write like this, club it. Yeah. So I told you that the square root has an order 2. This is order 2. This is order 2. This is order 2. So I find 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 1 by 2. I find 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 1 by 2. And same I write 3 raised to power 2 raised to power 1 by 2. I raise this one. What do I find? I raise this one. What do I find? I find like this. I find 2 into 2 into 1 by 2. Then 2 into 1 by 2. Then 3 raised to power 2 into 1 by 2. This step you can avoid it, but I am teaching you for the first time. That's why I am writing this. So that you may understand it. 2 into 2 into 3. 3 to the 6 to the 12. 12 is an answer. Square root of 144 is 12. If I have to do the third method is called long division method. Long division method. Long division method. Long. Or we call it division method. Under this method, if I have to find the square root, if I have to find the square root of 625, 625, how shall I do it? I teach you like this. I write 625. I make pair. I write single. This is 6. I write 1 into 1 is 1. 2 into 2 is 4. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. 4 into 4 is equal to 16. What do I find? 6 is greater than 1. 6 is greater than 4. 6 is smaller than 9. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 is lesser than 6. 9 is greater than 6. I here compare 2 will be the better prospects. I write 2 here, 2 here. I write 4 here. 6 minus 4 is 2. I note double 25 from the top. I do the double of 2. The double of 2 is 4. I repeat, I said I do the double of 2. I do double of 2. or I add 2 plus 2, it is 4. So now I do in the working. Now I erase this one. What do I find? Student, I find 4 here. I find 4 here. Now I write 41 into 1. I get 41. I write 42 into 2. I get 84. I write 43 into 3. This is less. I write 45. I keep on writing. I reach to 45 into 45. This is 225. This is 5. This is 5. This is 225. I find 0 here. I find the square root of 625 is 25. So, thank you, student. Yeah, student. After 625, what do I find is I should do more of such types of questions with you, because one question will not be able to clear your concept. Let's do some more. Yeah. If I write 7225, if I have to find the square root of 7225 using division method, what do? I mark double. I mark double here. I find that I speak like this: 1 1 the 1, 2 2 the 4, 3 3 the 9, 4 4 the 16, 5 5 the 25, 6 6 the 36, 7 7 the 49, 8 8 the 64, 9 9 the 81. I write 8 8 the 64. I write 9 9 the 81. Which should I take? I just compare it. Since it is division, if I write 81, 81 is more. This will not be perfect. In the divide, we need to minus it. So I write 64 here. So 8, 8. अब पता चला मैंने 64 क्यों लिखा? क्योंकि 64 इससे छोटा है, ठीक है? हम यहाँ पे इसके इक्वल लिख सकते हैं या इससे छोटा लिख सकते हैं, ठीक है? Smaller or equal. So 64 is smaller. I write 64. 72 minus 64. 72 minus 64 is 8. I know 25 from the top. Remember, I need to note the doublet from the top. What is the double of 8? 8 plus 8 is 16, and the double of 8 is 16. I write 16 here. I write 16 here. Now I write 16 here. I find this is 5. So I write 5 here. 5 will give me an idea. If I multiply 165 with 5, I get 5 5 the 25. Carry is 2. 5 6 the 30. 32. Carry is 3. 5 and the 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. I get 825 exactly same. I want a number here exactly same. So I write 5 here. I write 5 here. So I write 825. What do I find is, I find 85 is the square root of this. Now I make a place here. I have to write my answer like this, because teacher is going to cut your marks if you are not going to give a good presentation. Square root of 7225 is equal to 85. So I hope you must have understood what did I want to say. After learning 7225, I get 85. Let's learn some more to do some more practice. My next question, which I want to do with you, is 7921. What do I find? I take the doublet first. 79, 8 the 64, 9 the 81, 64 is smaller. I take 8. 64, 9 minus 4 is 5, 7 minus 6 is 1. I know 21 from the top. The double of 8 is 16. When I find 1 here, 1 can come with 1 into 1 or 9 into 9. I write 9 here, 9 here, 9 9 the 81, carry is 8, 9 6 the 54, 54 plus 8 is 62, carry is 6, 9 1 the 9, 9 6 15. Student, you must have noted while teaching this, I took less time. So I write 9 here, I write 9 here. Similarly, I write therefore 7921 square root is 89.
Estimating square roots. For example, if we have to find the square root of 250 using estimation method, what shall we do is we write 100, which is less than 250, which is less than 400. 100 refers to 10 square, 400 refers to 20 square. So that means the square root of 100 is 10, the square root of 400 is 20. Clearly, 10 less than square root, I write taking square root throughout. When I take square root throughout, I get 10. I get 250 square root. I get 20. I remember 400 square root is 20. But still we are not very close to the square number. Still we are not very close to the square number. We know that we are not very close to the square number, and we know that 15 square is equal to 225 and 16 square is equal to 256. 15 square is equal to 225 and 16 square is equal to 256. We see that when I subtract 225 from 250, I find 25. When I subtract 256, when I subtract 250 from 256, I get 6. I find 256 is much closer. I find 256 minus 250. I find 6 is much closer. That means 250 is much closer to 256 is much closer to 250. So I conclude the number which is much closer to 250, the square root will be, the square root of 250 will be 16. Student, if you calculate, you find that 16 is approximately, I need to write approximately here.